Lady Terry Marie, and being transparent and vulnerable in public is not an easy thing to do for most people. I am quite private. There are some beautiful souls in my life that I am open with, mostly open with. And yesterday was what I called bumpy. It was emotional. There's nothing wrong in my life. There are some things I would like to have to be better. And Charlie, my conscious mind, is always dredging up stuff. Starts with H and N. It starts with S and H, ends with T, right? So stuff. That's its job. That's his job, whether I like it or not. And it is important that we have the conscious mind, our egos, to help us. Most of the time, it's just trash talk. And someone in one of the groups I'm in on the Book of Face called it an inner critic. And oh my heavens, absolutely inner critic. And in an attempt, it's not an attempt because I'm doing it, but in authenticity, this is what I look like when I get home from the gym. Now, it's been a little bit of a while because I wanted to put some things together to share this with you, and I'm dawdling, I'm procrastinating, because when you feel things, when you are energy sensitive, when you continue to heal at deeper and deeper levels, to clear your energy, to raise your inner vibration, things impact you energetically more than they used to. So why would you want to keep raising your vibration? Well, sometimes I wonder. And not everything is rosy. Just because I work with energy and my guides are in the angelic realm, the angels, and of course the crystals, doesn't mean that every single day, every single moment is rosy. It's not. Most of the time, thankfully, yes. Things don't go to plan. And it's not about forcing my will. It is about, showing up differently and genuinely, so that the person behind the smiles, there's a part of me that is just like, why am I doing this? Do I even want to continue doing this? And in those moments, sometimes no. And in years past, oh my gosh, it would get so heavy, the energy, and not seeing the kinds of results that you want, not just from your own life, but for the people around you, those you're trying to help, and even those you need to walk away from, and those beautiful souls who choose to walk away from you. It's not easy. So what do? Well, yesterday I talked with myself, a little bit of scolding of Charlie, and I talk to Charlie as if he's his own entity, because sometimes it feels like it's just like, oh my goddess, just stop it. Just shut up. So it's wintertime, at least here in Arizona. Well, comparatively for us, right? And I tell him, I said, I'm going to put you outside. I'm going to leave you all day. It's cold, or you can come to the gym with me. I do go to the gym 5 days a week to help move the energy, and I went yesterday. So what are my go-to crystals when I'm feeling this way? Well, I've got 3 to share with you, and I'm also going to share with you the 4 palm stones that were underneath my pillow last night, because I wanted to continue to just raise my vibration and move through it as comfortably, as smoothly or easily as possible. One of the things I did do yesterday was just allow myself to feel, like this is really not fun. And I asked my guide, so how can I show up differently or more and not care about the haters that might come along? So, wow. So apparently there is a little bit more or more emotion in this, and being here open with you right in this moment or these moments. I will do more of them, hopefully with less tears. And yet it's easy, but it's not, because showing your vulnerability and that things matter and get to you, not always easy, right? It's like really putting yourself out there. So without further ado, these are my, when I really want to just connect and feel and move through these feelings. The crystals that I go to most often is rose quartz. This is an obelisk. I love obelisks. And I have a really big rose quartz angel and a huge sphere. A sphere is probably about that big around, no exaggeration. I'll also go to or use my black opal, and I'm showing you a palm stone today. I have an obelisk that's on my prosperity and abundance space, my grid, that's in my sacred space. And I did a video that came out, and I think it's called Abundance. I'll put the title down below later, okay? So black opal. So what does black opal do? It magnifies all of your energies, which is positive and negative, right? So it was like, how do I really want to work with this when I'm not feeling so great? And I have been off and on, mostly off at this point in time, and I'm working on getting back into it, is channeling messages from or through the different crystals, minerals, and stones. And so I asked the black opal, how is it we work with you when we're not feeling so great, when it feels like the world's falling apart? Really isn't, but things aren't happening fast enough, or the guides keep telling you to be patient and to trust, and it's like, okay. So what I found out, thank you, black opal, and it was this particular palm stone that I channeled its message through, I think it was in 2020 during lockdown. And what it told me energetically is that when you're feeling not yourself, or you're in that space where things are just don't seem to be happening, at least that's what your physical reality is telling you at the moment. It's like, yeah, you're a liar, right? Not you, but the inside of you. So what it told me was that when you work with black opal and you're not at your highest, or you're not feeling good at all, and you're doubting yourself, and you're doubting your guides, and you're doubting the results of what you're trying to do, is it pulls out of you or moves through you, pushes out the negativity and magnifies the positive parts that are just kind of under the surface at the moment. So it's not really magnifying the lower vibe that you're in at the moment, or whether it's a moment or 10 minutes or an hour or a day, okay? And I found that very comforting, because It's about raising your vibration. So what does rose quartz do? It helps you connect with that unconditional love vibration while also healing what you're feeling. It's not about denying it or pretending it's not there. It's like, okay, I'm feeling this. I want to feel better. And rose quartz helps me. And then there's one where I maybe not at the teary stage or teary level of vibration, but it's like, okay, I'm having some doubts. Charlie's starting to trash talk and bring up stuff that has absolutely no bearing on anything whatsoever. And I want to ground and just let go. Then I reach for my black kyanite, or what some people call the Witches Broom. This has nothing to do with the dark side of anybody's anything. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I can feel a sense of okay. Because when you put crystals, minerals, or stones, whatever, in your left hand, whether it's an obelisk, a natural form, a palm stone, a sphere, a point, a big point, then the energy comes through or goes through your left hand and cycles out the right. Now you can, and I like to, so if I have it in my left hand, right, then my right hand is pointed down to the floor, because if I do that here, you can't see it. So it's, or you can point it up to the sky. It doesn't matter if you're on the 20th floor, the first floor, or the 100th floor, because everything below your feet has come from Mother Gaia. And you can even do this. This is what I call a crystal energy transfusion. I don't know if that's an original thing to say or not, but it's what came to me several years ago. So the bigger piece, now a palm stone can help, but a larger piece like the black kyanite, which is significant size, or a nice size obelisk, if you hold it in both hands, do not have the point near you. I mean, directed towards your heart, because that would be zoop, zap. And I'm not going to point it towards y'all either, but you just have it. So that the energy from whatever you're holding goes in through your left, out through your right, passes through the large crystal, gets realigned, that's a good word, with its original rose quartz vibration. And so it's like a circular motion through your body. And I promised to share with you the crystals, the palm stones that I had underneath my pillow last night. And green fluorite, so it's abundance. It's also health. So health of your vibration, health for your heart, and healing. Green is healing. And I associate green with Archangel Raphael. This is Lepidolite, divine feminine, because how did I choose these? Okay, so I'll back up a second. I have this huge basket. I don't even know how much it weighs now. It's almost too heavy to pick up, but it is loaded with probably 100, maybe not 100, but maybe like 50. Maybe one day I'll count them. But anyway, a lot of crystals. I think it weighs 20 pounds, the basket with all the different sizes of palm stones. And I just reached in, I just pulled it up, put it on my bed, and I just reached in, and these are the four that came. Green fluorite, Lepidolite, the rose quartz, rose calcite, also known as cherry calcite. This one really helps to heal the heart, because when we feel things, it affects our heart chakra, which then affects the rest of our body. And all of our chakras, no matter which one is blocked or having some issues like not seeing or connecting with yourself, it affects all the others. So that one. And then Chrysocolla, the peace stone. And it wasn't so much about communicating last night with anyone or any of the entities that I am gifted and grateful to be working with. It was more about being at peace with myself. And when I'm done here with y'all in just a few minutes, I'm going to put my palm stones on a nice slab, about a 6 or 7 inch long selenite charging slab. It's rectangular. It's about 3 inches across and 6 inches or so long. And it happens to be, the design on it is the sacred, it's a sacred geometry of the solar system, okay? And I will put these on there and I'll leave them all day, and then I'll put the palm stones back in their basket with everybody else. And there are pieces of selenite around that basket of palm stones so that they're always at their max vibration. Okay. And let's see. Oh, there are some people over here. Hey, Meg. Hello, beautiful. Oh, you're welcome. It takes a lot to just, be open and not have my hair done and not have any, I don't wear much makeup anyway, but it's just, here it is, and real and raw, and I have my moments. And don't we all? So there's a book that's called The Road Less Traveled, and I read it a million gazillion years ago, like in the 80s or something like that, or it was the 90s. I don't remember. Maybe the 90s, something. And on your spiritual path, when you are on your path, it's your path. Learning things from other people, seeing what they do. Is it a match to what they say? And yes, I work with crystals and angels and crystal guides every single day, but that doesn't mean I'm always happy with them. Because, and I talk to them like I'm talking to you. Sometimes, sometimes I even yell at them. And people go, oh my gosh. I said, what? Yeah, I'm not, I'm just I'm here in this human body, and sometimes I don't like it. And, oh, thank you, Jill. So that's my story, and I will be doing more keeping it real, or let's see, crystals and coffee, right? Cold brew. So if you're seeing this at another time, like not at this moment, please do, if you have any questions on, I don't know, about how to move through your junk or the trash talk, then, whoops, I've got buttons over here. I don't have any makeup. Oh my gosh, y'all are so amazing. I am committing myself to showing up more in the videos like this with the crystals. And if there is a time where I feel guided to have another keeping it real or coffee with crystals, I will do that. I'm not committing to doing this every week because I don't know what that will show. I am committing to showing up more often every day in one form or another, and doing more than just saying, hey, this is it. And I don't know. I'm starting to babble now. Crystals and coffee. What was the bright blue crystal? This is Chrysocolla. And right now, there are some in the Etsy shop. And I think I put the links to each shop there. And there's a search bar, even in Etsy, which I've been on Etsy for a while, but I only just figured it out. You can type in Chrysocolla, but you can also go to the region of Peru, because this particular Chrysocolla, the polished ones, are from Peru. And I love the ones from the Congo, but the ones from Peru are my absolute favorite. And I say that lightly and make a face because the crystals get all... All right, so peace stone, it's also for communication and your throat chakra. And so there's that. I think we're done for today. Just thank you so much for being here. Being here is support, and I appreciate you. Have an amazing day, beautiful soul. Namaste.